Listening comprehension. In this section of the test, you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to understand conversations and talks in English. There are 3 parts in this section with special directions for each part. Answer all the questions on the basis of what is stated or implied by the speakers in the recording. There will be time for you to read the instructions, and you will have a chance to check your work. The recording will be played once only. At the end of the test, you will be given 7 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now, turn to Part 1. Part 1. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is 1 question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C, or D. Then on the answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer that you have chosen. Now, let's listen to the example. On the recording, you might hear,
"Hello, this is the travel agency returning your call. You left a message about the holiday you've booked, asking which meals are included in the cost during your stay at Sunny Hotel. Lunch and dinner are free, but if you wish to have breakfast in the hotel, you will need to pay an extra amount of money, depending on what you order. Let me know if I can help you with any other information. Goodbye."
On the test book, you will read, which meal is not included in the price of the holiday? A. Breakfast. B. Lunch. C. Dinner. D. All. The correct answer is A. Breakfast. We are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 8. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 8.
Hello, you've reached Hanoi International Language School. If you want to know more information about our English courses, press 1. German courses, press 2. Japanese courses, press 3. Please hold if you want to talk to one of our receptionists.
Attention please. The departure gate for flight VN178 to Bangkok has been changed from 30A to 30B. Also, there will be a departure delay due to the bad weather. We shall be boarding at about 3:45. Thank you for your patience. And now there is a change to our timetable next week. The art workshop on Monday is cancelled since Dr. Jim is ill. Instead, there will be a talk about the history of art in Lecture Hall 4 at the same time, and you are all expected to attend.
It is quite easy to find my apartment. Let's see. After watching the movie, you just go straight on from the cinema. When you see the traffic lights, turn left. Go along Cleverland Street until you see a clothes shop named Anna Boutique on the right. My apartment is on the 3rd floor of the C5 building, just across from the shop. Hello, everybody. I am Jane. Welcome to our sports center. I will show you around the center and explain what we offer here. And then you can ask me any questions. Well, as you can see, this is quite a small center, but we offer a lot of different activities at different times of the day. We promise to bring you all the best equipment and trainers.
Good morning and welcome to Scotland. I hope you had a good journey and are not too tired this morning. My name is Jack and I'm here to help you. I want to tell you a few things which you might find useful. First, the banks here are open from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. every day, except Sunday. Oops, I'm sorry. In this winter season, the bank staff start their work 30 minutes later than usual. That's 9:30 in the morning. The second thing you need to remember is the traffic.
Hi, everybody. Next Friday is the due date for you all to hand in your term paper. Some students in our class asked me if they could change their chosen topic. The answer is that you can write your paper on any topic you like, as long as you talk it over with me first.
And now for the weather. Today it will remain cool in the early morning with a light wind, and as we go through the morning the temperature will slowly rise, and by noon it will reach 30 degrees. Tomorrow we can expect some rain, but by the end of the week it's likely to be sunny weather again.
Part 2. Questions 9 to 20. In this part, you will hear 3 conversations. The conversations will not be repeated. There are 4 questions for each conversation. For each question, choose the right answer. A, B, C, or D. We are ready to start. First, you have some time to look at questions 9 to 12.
Hello, Grace. Did you have a nice time at the Rosemount Hotel?
You mean the Rose Bank? Yes, I enjoyed it.
Where was it?
5 minutes from the mountains, right on the beach. The shops were 10 kilometres away.
It sounds rather quiet.
It was, but I liked that.
Was there a pool?
Yes, but it was closed. I swam in the sea once, but I spent most days on the hotel golf course. There were tennis courts in the town, but they were too far away.
Did you have a nice room?
Yes, it was quite big, and I could watch television and videos there in the evening. If I wanted a cup of coffee or cold drink, I went to the bar downstairs.
And how about the meals?
There were lots of vegetables, but the meat and fish were always fried and often came with chips. I really prefer rice or pasta.
Me too.
Anyway, my stay didn't cost much, and it was a nice quiet break away from my noisy family.
Good morning. Can I help you?
I'm looking for a holiday job, maybe as a waitress or a cleaner.
All I have at the moment is a job for a receptionist.
Is that in the new hotel in the town centre?
It's in a small office next to the sports centre. How old are you?
19 on Saturday.
Fine. They're happy to take on anyone 18 or older.
That's good. In a lot of jobs you have to be 20.
And when can you start?
My last day of classes is on the 23rd, so I can begin on the 24th.
Well, they want someone to work from the 26th, so that's fine.
Is the working day from 9 to 5?
Usually you'll work from 8:30 to 4:30. But on Fridays you'll start at 8:15 and finish earlier.
And what about clothes? Can I wear these black trousers?
Yes, trousers or skirts in any colour. They don't mind. But your shirt must be white.
OK. Shall I give you my name?
What's the matter, Dad? You look kind of upset.
Well, I am kind of upset. Our energy bill is very high this month.
Really? How much is it?
It's $400, which is a lot higher than usual.
Wow, that sounds like a lot.
Well, it is a lot. I'd really like to find ways to cut back on how much energy we use.
Well, we can help think of some ideas. Like last week in school, we learned about energy-efficient light bulbs. Maybe we should get some of those.
Well, that's a start. Thanks, Jason. I'm sure our local hardware store sells them, or maybe even the grocery store.
I have an idea. Jason should take shorter showers. He takes really long showers, and that probably wastes a lot of energy.
I do not. You take longer showers than I do. Maybe you should stop using your hair dryer every morning. That probably uses a lot of electricity, and it's noisy.
I don't use it every morning.
Kids, you don't have to start taking short showers or stop using the hair dryer, but we do need to try to reduce the amount of energy we use. I think we should keep track of how we're using energy every month. Write it down. Then we can set a target. For example, maybe we try to decrease the amount of energy we use by 10% next month.
How are we going to do that?
Well, we can all try to think of ways to cut back. What do you guys think we can do?
I know. We can put in solar heating panels.
Well, that might save energy, but solar panels are expensive. That's an interesting idea, Jason, but let's try to think of little things we can do every day. Changes we can start making immediately.
Well, okay. For one thing, we have 3 computers here at home, so we should try to remember to turn them off at night. That could help.
Good idea, Diana. Okay, let's try to think of some more ideas. You kids have some good ones.
Oh, maybe we can try to use some of our appliances, like the stove and oven, less often.
What, you want us to eat cold food every day?
No, I didn't say that. But maybe we should eat sandwiches or salads for dinner sometimes, instead of cooking every night. Cooking probably uses a lot of energy.
Part 3. Questions 21 to 35. In this part, you will hear 3 talks or lectures. The talks or lectures will not be repeated. There are 5 questions for each talk or lecture. For each question, choose the right answer. A, B, C, or D.
An understanding of customer psychology is an invaluable aid for retailers looking for ways to increase sales. Much can be done to the store environment to encourage shoppers to linger longer and spend more money. The first aspect to consider is the physical organisation of the store. Placement of merchandise has a great deal of influence on what customers buy. For example, a common practice among retailers is to place the store's best-selling merchandise near the back of the store. In order to get to these popular items from the front entrance, customers have to walk down aisles filled with merchandise that they might not see otherwise. Carpets are also used to direct customers through particular areas of the store. Retailers choose carpets not only for their decorative or comfort value, but also because lines or other types of patterns in the carpets can subtly guide shoppers in certain directions. Besides encouraging shoppers to go to certain areas of the store, retailers also want to keep them in the store longer. One way to do this is to provide comfortable seating throughout the store, but not too close to the doors. This gives customers a chance to rest and then continue shopping. Retailers can do a number of things to create a pleasant atmosphere in the store, thereby encouraging more purchases. Music is commonly used, not as entertainment, but as a calming influence. It can slow the customer's pace through the store, making them spend more time shopping and consequentially making more purchases. Scents are also used in various ways. Everyone has had the experience of being drawn into a bakery by the smell of fresh bread. Experiments have been done with other types of scents as well. For example, the scent of vanilla has been used to increase sales in clothing stores.
Good morning. I'm very pleased to have been invited along to your club to talk about our charity-sponsored walking holiday for education aid. I'll start by giving you a brief overview of what it entails. First of all, let me explain what we mean by sponsored here. This is where people promise to donate money to the charity if you achieve your goal, in this case to walk a certain number of miles. Basically, we are organising a 10-day holiday from the 6th to the 16th of November, with 8 days actual walking, trekking in the Samira Mountains. Let's have a look at some of the details. We require you to raise sponsorship money of at least $3,200, paying $250 of it up front as a deposit, and the rest in stages throughout the year. Out of this, about 35% will go on your expenses, and that leaves 65% guaranteed to go to the charity. Which brings me to the most important part. This trek is being specifically organised to help education in the Samira region. Last year we helped train teachers for the disabled, and this year we're focusing on the pupils. Each of the walkers' sponsorship money will go to help an individual special needs pupil in one of the mountain schools. In the second part of the talk, I'll be giving you a lot more details. But back to the basic information. Age limits. This is the second time we've run this kind of holiday, and on the first we even had an 80-year-old. But we found it was wise to establish limits this time. You have to be at least 18, and the top limit is now 70, though you need to obtain a health certificate from your doctor if you are over 60 years old. Now, the Samira Mountains are among the highest in the world, but you mustn't be too daunted. We will mainly be trekking in the foothills only, although there will be spectacular views even in the foothills. However, you will need to be extremely fit if you aren't now and you're interested in coming with us. You have plenty of time to get into shape. You'll be sleeping in tents, so you must have quite a bit of equipment with you, but you will be helped by local assistants. Your bedding and so forth will be carried by them. We ask that you only walk with a small rucksack with needs for the day.
Why do so many people reach success and then fail? Well, one of the big reasons is we think success is a one-way street. So we do everything that leads up to success, but then we get there, we figure we made it, we sit back in our comfort zone, and we actually stop doing everything that made us successful. And it doesn't take long to go downhill. And I can tell you this happens because it happened to me. Reaching success, I worked hard, I pushed myself, but then I stopped because I figured, oh, I've made it. I can just sit back and relax. Reaching success, I always tried to improve and do good work. But then I stopped because I figured, hey, I'm good enough. I don't need to improve anymore. Reaching success, I was pretty good at coming up with good ideas because I did all these simple things that lead to ideas. But then I stopped because I figured I was this hotshot guy and I shouldn't have to work at ideas. They should just come like magic. And the only thing that came was creative block. I couldn't come up with any ideas. Reaching success, I always focused on clients and projects and ignored the money. But then all this money started pouring in, and I got distracted by it. And suddenly I was on the phone to my stockbroker and my real estate agent when I should have been talking to my clients. And reaching success, I always did what I loved. But then I got into stuff I didn't love, like management. I'm the world's worst manager, but I figured I should be doing it because I was, after all, the president of the company. Well, soon a black cloud formed over my head, and here I was, outwardly very successful, but inwardly very depressed. But I'm a guy. I knew how to fix it. I bought a fast car. It didn't help. I was faster, but just as depressed. So I went to my doctor. I said, Doc, I can buy anything I want, but I'm not happy. I'm depressed. It's true what they say, and I didn't believe it until it happened to me, but money can't buy happiness. He said, no, but it can buy Prozac. And he put me on antidepressants. And yeah, the black cloud faded a little bit, but so did all the work, because I was just floating along. I couldn't care less if clients ever called. And clients didn't call, because they could see I was no longer serving them, I was only serving myself. So they took their money and their projects to others who would serve them better. Well, didn't take long for business to drop like a rock. My partner and I, Tom, we had to let all our employees go. It was down to just the two of us, and we were about to go under. And that was great, because with no employees, there was nobody for me to manage. So I went back to doing the projects I loved. I had fun again, I worked harder, and to cut a long story short, did all the things that took me back up to success, but it wasn't a quick trip. It took 7 years. But in the end, business grew bigger than ever. And when I went back to following these 8 principles, the black cloud over my head disappeared altogether. And I woke up one day and I said, I don't need Prozac anymore. And I threw it away and haven't needed it since. I learned that success isn't a one-way street. It doesn't look like this. It really looks more like this. It's a continuous journey. And if we want to avoid success to failure syndrome, we just keep following these 8 principles, because that's not only how we achieve success, it's how we sustain it. So here's to your continued success. Thank you very much.
You have 1 more minute left. That's the end of the test. Please stop now.